welcome to KG5 for this big double-header. First of the two games, the men's NPL. Hobart Zebras hosting Launceston City. They are just flying at the moment. The Zebras, top of the table after a week one draw with Devonport. They have not looked back. They've been a fantastic touch. They've been banging in goals from everywhere. City, well, they're down the other end of the table. A bit of a struggle out of the blocks for them. They'll be really keen to resurrect their season a little here on the road. A tough matchup for them. Joining me in commentary today, Mark Wiggo Wakefield, while he tops away on the blog. Wiggo, what are you expecting this Arvo?
More of the same from Zebras, I reckon, Drewster. I think they've been pretty good so far this year. Got a lot more avenues to goal than they had last year, I think, especially with Sanders added into the mix. He's just banging them in for fun at the moment. And the other guy I've been really impressed with has been Grunwald. He's just been finding the back of the net regularly as well. I think he's scored 2 braces already. Is that?
Well, I don't know if he was officially awarded that one last week or not. I think it's his, so I'm going to give it to him. And I'm going to crowd myself head of the dubious goals committee and give it to him. So we'll go through the Zebras team. Number 10, Chris Downs, the set-piece maestro. He's the one who supplies the ammunition for the likes of Hugh Sluton, Grunwald. Grunwald, of course, we mentioned there. He'll play in the harder defence alongside Imran Lewis, Sir Vivian's nephew. Jaden Hay has spent the season at fullback so far. You'd expect that to continue. We've got Luke Huxley who'll be just in behind Sanders up top. McEwen and Walsh will play either side of him. Jordan Muller will start in the middle of the park. Marcelo Mercury, the goalie. Luke Warner at left back. On the bench, Backhouse, DeGhetto, Pace and Reed. Moving on to the City lineup. And number 7, Nathan Bartlett, and 8, Aaron Campbell. You'd expect to see those two up top. Number 3, Reece Gould, he'll play in defence. Number 11, a player I'm a massive fan of, Jared Linger. He's just got that ability to unlock a defence with some fancy footwork. Number 14, Scott Marnie. Haven't seen him in a while. He was in the team at the start of last year. He's back in after some good form in the championship. I'd expect to see him at centre-back. Number 15, Noah Myers. Number 6, Dylan O'Connor, their import. He's a fine player. The goalie, David Smith. Alex Turner, you'd expect at the back. Not the lead singer of Arctic Monkeys, don't confuse him with him. Number 12, Andrew Snowy Campaign, and 2, Thomas Frost on the bench. I'm guessing, unless he's cloned himself, Thomas Frost not on the bench as well, but Vinny Camano and Alex Rosetto, good options off the pine. So we're just about in readiness here at KG5. Before we go, a quick tip from you. Here we go.
I think Zebras 4-0.
4-0. Well, they will go in as warm favourites, and they're on the ball early here, but Linger picks it up, dispossessed by Downs. They work it forward wide. Warner tracking this one and coming together. Somehow stays in, and they'll work it back now through Sunday McEwen to Nick Grunwald, who retreats back to Marcelo Mercury. Been impenetrable at the back over the last 3 weeks. Zebras haven't conceded a goal since that opening day at Devonport. Unlocked twice from set pieces on that day. They've tightened up in that area and have looked very solid ever since. And City have perhaps just struggled to find the back of the net this year. Maybe lacking a little firepower up there. They're going to need a lift to get through this back four. They've pounced on an error here as Dylan Williams gets on the ball. He'll be key to their fortunes. Works it forward in the Linger direction, but Grunwald across.
Love the way he reads the game.
He does read it well, does he? He just gets on. He's always happy to jump into the attack, surge forward. He's been one of the signings of the season, players of the season. He's having a big impact on the league. Big at Grunwald. He's another one of his imports. Mercury gives it back to him. Forward to Huxley. Perhaps not playing the goal scoring role that we saw him in last year, but I reckon he's been involved in over half their goals just from flick-ons or targeted from the long throw-in. Quick free kick taken here down the wing, and a chance for Compain to try and whip something in. It goes over the head of Downs, and Williams volleys it over the bar. So the first chance falls the way of City. It was a quickly taken free kick. And a good delivery there from Compain, who scored against Clarence down here a couple of weeks ago when I watched them. And in that game, it was a City side who really burst out of the blocks the first 20 minutes or so. Playing fantastic football, couldn't sustain it. And against a Saville team, they're going to need to long ball up the line in the Walsh direction. He's got Marnie looking to just escort it out of play. Walsh gets a foot in, but just goes straight to the keeper, Smith. One of the best glovemen in the business, David Smith. might have some work to do, especially from set pieces. Should harp on a bit, but it's been such a recipe for success for the Zebras this year. Gronwald heaves it forward. Just tracking that one across is Dylan O'Connor. Smith again. We'll take the goal kick. Bit of a breeze going across the ground here at the moment. But otherwise, a pretty well perfect day for football here at the home of football in Tassie, KG5. Smith launching it long. And over the head of Myers. Williams looking to get on the ball. He was fouled by Jordan Muller. Williams will defer this one. Now, here's Scott Marnie. Searching ball in the Campbell direction was cut out by the Dwayne pipe. Oh, what a lovely ball that is from Jaden Hay. It sets Sunday McEwen away down the wing. Looks to get in. Well defended in the end. Seeing it away there. Playing it forward, so good work from the City defence there. It was a wonderful ball from Jaden Hayes, raking across the field. I think it was Reece Gould at the back. This one's kicked out of there by O'Connor. Jared Linger looking to get on it. Now Dylan Williams thumps it down the line, just up in that breeze a little bit. So Zebras slightly out their backs here as this long kick goes over the head of Hugh Sloot. Might fall for Sanders perfectly in the end. Long and strong they go. Sanders looks to send in a cross. It's a looping ball to the back post and just lands on the roof of the net of Smith. Just looking to stand that one up there. I don't think it was a shot. I wouldn't rule it out when it comes to Matty Sanders. A little bit messy, and Zebras will take the throw in. Hay set a task here. Gould in ahead of him though and just sees it over the line. Anything jumping out you early in this one, Wig?
Not really. It looks like Zebras haven't really settled into the game just yet. Probably haven't found the rhythm of it. But other than that, not really a lot happening, to be honest.
Interesting to see O'Connor at the back for City. It's a bit of a surprise. Huxley came sliding in there, wins the ball and sends a beautiful pass in the Sanders direction. He takes a touch and sends it over the top. Lukey Huxley winning the ball and putting it on a dime for him. That's what he can do. Pinpoint. And O'Connor, just mentioned playing in defence today. You'll soon learn you don't want to go giving yards of space to Matty Sanders around the box.
No, I wouldn't expect him to miss another one like that for the rest of the day. Normally puts those in the top corners, I think.
He certainly has so far this season, the man leading the Golden Boot race. This one's just holding up in the wind, so definitely affecting play a little bit here. Through ball, which Walsh leads back in. Mercury's off his line though. And he heaves it over the head of Marnie. Jaden Hayes looking to overlap. Smith will be able to collect, so you can see the ball really carrying a bit extra. Again, Huxley wins it back. And then was fouled afterwards, so he draws the free kick. That's twice. And the long, rangy legs of Lukey Huxley just slid in and won the ball. That's what he brings to the game and why I really like him, that role just behind Sanders. He can do a bit more of that work, winning the ball back.
Yeah, he felt a bit wasted at times last year, didn't he? He adds a lot, as you say, just playing in that 10 role in behind the strikers.
Speaking of 10s, Chrissy Downs swings it to the back post where Huxley was lurking. Smith saw it over his head and a sigh of relief there. And in the end, behind it goes for a corner. In the fizzing, curling delivery of Downs. Smith at sea there. And another chance Now to swing one in. It's not going to be an easy day for goalkeepers because the ball will swirl around a little bit. And with the likes of Hughes, Luton, Groenwald, Lewis up there to pick out. They're going to be a threat. What can Downs do this time? He curls it into the 6-yard box and it's palmed over the top. In the end,
What a
last touch off as a
him to
zebra.
score that, I think. He's headed it over from... Smith must have just got a tiny little hand to that, I think.
It's gone straight off the scone of Hughes and he's propelled it over the top from a yard out. So, a let off there. Again, the delivery of Downs causing all sorts of problems. Just gets so much fizz on the ball. And Hughes may have been unsighted, but we feel he's missed a chance there. Hay sends this one high in the Smith direction. Picks it up. Quick release, but Warrener got in ahead of Campaign. That's an easy free kick for Phillips to award there. Long ball, Groenwald up high. On the rebound was Campaign, but well and truly over the bar that one.
I do have one question for you, Drewster. What do you make of a goalkeeper not taking his own goal kicks?
Could lead to trouble. Hasn't yet. I'm waiting for it though. I mean, you've got... I can see why you'd want Groenwald taking him, but it's rather unconventional, and you can just see one day...
It's a bit junior league, I think.
You can just see one landing on a head of an opposition player and get them in a little bit of trouble back the other way at some stage. But yeah, I don't know about it, but I'm not going to question Peter Saville, to be honest. And that one right there might be just showing why Groenwald's taking him as he puts that one into touch. I think that's Turner over there playing right back. We're in the number 9 team sheet's got him as 16, but can't see any other 16s out there, so guessing that's him. Well, that's a good ball. Picked up there by Aaron Campbell, lays it inside. And Bartlett just coughed it up a bit too easily. Hughes can turn and release Muller. And Jordan Muller looking to lead the counter-attack. He sends it wide for McEwen. McEwen, this is where he likes to do his work. He gets his head up and runs and jinks inside beautifully. Beat the defender all and up. Then Marnie came sliding across. Sanders appealing for a penalty. Phillips unmoved. And City repel now back down the other way. Myers on the ball. And his crossfield pass broken up by Jaden Hay, who's made a very encouraging start to this one. Jordan Muller.
Is Walsh playing right back at this stage, or are they just swapping?
I think
Hay and Walsh.
I think they're just swapping at this stage, but early movements. Certainly Hay's been propelling, getting forward a bit, so maybe Hay is on the wing. I think initially he was at fullback, but they've swapped it in, and that's the advantage of those two on the right-hand side. Both can play both positions and cover for each other very well, but it does appear like Walsh has dropped into fullback for the time being. Myers won it well away from Lewis. Now Linger looks to get up and run. His pass lacking quality though, and broken up by Groenwald. Now Walsh down the line. That's broken up too. In the charge forward here is Campbell. He's got 2 for company though, and Walsh just gets in his path. Struck him well, and it rolls behind rather harmlessly. Groenwald launching it in the Hughes direction, flicked on. No one was making that run. An almighty roost into the wind there from Big Groenwald. Smith able to collect. He sends it the Myers direction. Again, Groenwald's there to eat it up. Warner and Compain out there on the wing. Warner with the throw in. And McEwen just infringed O'Connor. Looks it across to Marnie. A little bit of a dicey pass, that one. Could lead to some trouble. Jaden Hay looking to get forwards. Made a 1-2 with Sanders and returned it to Muller. Broken up well by Linger. Walsh looking to get free down the right, but Jared Linger doing it nicely. Hugh Sloot wins the header. By Campbell. Another play by Gould. Here's Marnie launching it long. And Groenwald just deals with it in no uncertain terms. Oh, lovely control from Sanders. Couldn't quite find a way through O'Connor though. And now Jordan Muller with a looping pass. He tries to make work, but Gould on hand to see it out of play.
Because they've called that a city throw there. It clearly came off the defender.
Yeah, they've got away with one there. Yeah, fairly cagey affair so far in this one. Another goal kick. Sambra is unsurprising, looking to get the ball forward quickly. As is their manager's style, and real clash of coaching styles and age profiles today in Brookfield and Saville. Saville, a savvy veteran, no nonsense style of football he likes to bring. Brookfield, youthful exuberance, and he likes to try and get his team to play a tidy passing game. This one will float over the head of Compain. Warner works it forward. Now Dylan Williams with a chance to do something. He punches it forward off the back of Warner. Receive the ball back from Downs. I think, Dylan Williams looking the most likely to make something happen from a City perspective early in this one. Payne chests it down. Downs was there, and again, just put out of play. Scrappy here at the moment. Compain again. Just comes Big Groenwald. Wins it away and then spreads the play nicely to Hay. Takes a touch inside. He looks to me like a man just relishing this attacking role today, Jaden Hay, and he's beaten one, he's beaten two, he's beaten three. Now with a drive, this time blocked by Gould as Hay, the eyes lit up and he sensed the chance for goal there. Hugh Sloot lurking, that need to be dealt with. Hugh Sloot now puts a cross in just over the head of Sanders and past Smith, but again, not the cleanest.
You could see the PS4 in front of him, old Hay, I think, and he just got a little bit carried away towards the end.
Yeah, look, I think once you've beaten three men, you're entitled to have a shot, aren't you? It's a superb little run from him. And as I said, just looking like a man who's relishing the freedom of being given the attacking role. Really a victim of his own versatility in many ways. Usually shifted in a number of positions. I think he'd prefer to play out there. This one's flicked on by Myers to Compain. Linger beaten in the air and a chance now for City. They've got numbers in the middle if they can pick them out. Instead, only finds Walsh. And unfortunately there.
Defensive work by Walsh there to deny that. There's two players free at the back post if he hadn't got that. Certain goal.
Yeah, he had Campbell and Linger bursting into the middle. Moment missed there for City. It all came unstuck at the back for the Zebras. Which is not something we've said too often in the last few weeks. Flicked on, play by Groenwald, and again heaves it out of there. Marnie to Gould. He might go back to Smith here. Instead goes inside to Marnie. This pass coughed it up though. Bit of a ricochet and falls into the path of the Dwayne Piper. Tried to get around Marnie, but recovered well defensively. He works it nicely with Gould. Now Muller. Downs to Sanders. The Colonel. Turning nicely, just worked it in the Hughes slope direction. Hughes is ever the focal point. Here's Hay looking to get around another. Marnie deals with him, puts it into touch. They might pull out the long throw here onto the head of Hughes. That's the target. 3 City defenders came across to deal with it.
How's that not
That could well have been high boot on Muller there. Play on is the Colt. Walsh escorts that one out of play. Jamie Muller nearly getting decapitated a moment ago. Here's Hughes. Just sold Walsh a little short there with his volley pass. Well taken by Smith, but irrelevant because she's run out of play. As Marnie calls for calm at the back. Jen Hay coming off worse for wear there. Getting back to his feet.
Copped a whack on the schnoz there. Yeah, elbow coming across from, is that must have been
Myers.
Yeah.
And he's got a bit of claret coming out, so he's off to the bench to get that dealt with as Marnie punches in the free kick to the back post. That'll be over the head of Compain, and the 2 number 12s dueling there. Warrener sees it out of play.
Hay won't like that damage to the money maker.
Can't be having that. City, I think, will be glad to have him off the pitch for a few minutes of respite. He's been giving him fits so far in this one. And the cannon of Groenwald onto the head of Hughes. And then flicked on by McEwen, and Sanders with a finish just past the post. And that, I think, is why Groenwald's taking the goal kicks.
Again, you'd back Sanders in to finish that. I'm not sure what he's done there. You kick it into the ground pretty much.
Lovely little header from McEwen.
Yeah.
Tried to guide it into the ground first, and again, a let off. It's the Zebras who are having the best chances here in the opening 20, but lacking that clinical edge that they've shown so far this season. That one sits up there. Compain surely controlled it with a hand. Scramble back in defence. Zebras unable to take it quickly. And instead, they're going to send the tall timber forward as the centre halves will get up there, and down stands over the ball. And why not? It's a free kick away by Marnie. McEwen will just let it run behind for a corner. Didn't quite have the direction there, Marnie. Wouldn't want to be giving away too many corners to this side.
No, I think a lot of firepower standing around up top there. Take your pick between Uvi Sloot and Grunwald and even Lewis.
Jane Hay making a near post run off the head of Grunwald.
Oh, that's
McEwen goes down. The referee says goal kick.
It's close. Very close to being a penalty.
Certainly Sunday McEwen not terribly pleased. Deep conversation with the referee.
It's 2 half shouts they've had.
So have a look at the replay there. Another Grunwald and McEwen.
He's just run straight across him.
He
Clipped
has.
him on the way through.
McEwen certainly made the most of it, but I've seen them given. In the end, just holding on at the back here, City. The Zebras getting well on top. Hughes loop volleys it in the Sanders direction. Well done, O'Connor. Over the top of him, now Williams. Revere forward. Only the Dwayne pipe there, though. He goes down the line. Haycar control. Marnie sweeping across and chip down the line. So here's Hughes-Lote. Controlled it nicely, works it forward now to Sanders. Now Downs with a through ball. O'Connor away. Been used in more of an attacking role prior to today, but slotting him into defence. Again, Jaden Hay will look to just roost this one in. Hughes-Lote, you'd expect to make that near post run. Not too much on it for him though. Repelled only as far as Muller.
Hey, he spends hours in the gym each week just to be able to throw it that long.
Just working on building up the upper body strength, you reckon?
I think so. Sole purpose of throwing it as big as he can.
Well, it's something they ought to utilise and have done so very nicely this season. Here's Linger. Warren had just gotten his back a little. Campbell was dispossessed in the end by the Dwayne pipe. He drives it forward. Away by O'Connor. Now Compain. Groenwald. Picked off by Muller. And he goes back to Serviv. Mercury with a pinpoint pass to Hughes-Lote. Controlled it beautifully. Muller turning back. Now Walsh.
Oh, should have kept running there, hey? He sort of propped for a second, stopped, and by the time he'd done that, it was too late to keep going. With his pace, he would have been a little chance of actually sneaking in there and picking that up before Smith got to it.
There's been a couple of moments where Zebras have snuck in between the line of goalkeeper and defence. Bartlett whacks it forward. Stays in, but it's all Zebras back there, and Groenwald will take it forward. Really organises the defence superbly as well, Big Groenwald. He never shuts up really. He's always barking the instructions as Hughes-Lote knocks into his own path. What's he going to do here? He cuts it back for Hay. Brilliant block by Gould. And then Smith was across to cover. Well done, Reece Gould. Coming to the rescue there as Hughes-Lote just did as he willed, really. Cut it back. And again, City hold on. Muller driving forward. Hughes-Lote wants it. He goes the other side to Sanders. Here's Hughes-Lote. Lays it back to Downs. Well cut out. Oh, an errant pass will be picked off by Lewis. It breaks up the counter-attack. Smashed away there by Butler. Now Williams with an up and under. Lewis. Lewis did well to get in ahead of Linger. But Myers won it back for his side. His pass needed to pick out Williams and was just overhit though. Lewis is still down and holding the head, so that'll bring us to a stop here. And City.
You want to make the final ball a bit better than that if you're City today. You're not going to get too many clear-cut chances to take advantage of any mistakes Zebras make, because they're going to be definitely few and far between.
Yeah, it's been the case there. Doing well just to hold on.
I wouldn't expect Zebras will miss too many more opportunities either.
Yeah, certainly living dangerously. This one's sent in the Hay direction. Lovely control, and he looks to get up and run. Charges towards the byline, crosses, and Smith palms it over the top. Did well in the end there, Smith, to deal with. Dangerous ball from Jaden Hay, had some real heat on it. That was hitting the back of the net. Not sure it was his intent, but Smith again forced to palm over, and again it presents a good opportunity for Downs. Chris Downs swings it in. Smith comes and doesn't collect, and Sanders puts it past the post. Well, they have missed another chance there, Zebras. Again, Chris Downs just causing chaos with these corners into the 6-yard box. And Sanders won't believe he's missed that one. He and Huxley both scoring good chances from corners now. And City are very fortunate to still be locked at 0-0 in this one. Down the guts they go. Muller comes over the top of Myers. Bartlett to Williams. Now Campbell. Well, he continued his run, and Hay soldiering on nicely here. O'Connor deals with the cross, but only as far as Chris Downs. He sets it out too far ahead of Sunday McEwen, and it rolls behind for a goal kick. Just overhit there from Downs. So we have another look at this Huxley run. Just superbly knocks it into his own path. Cut it back. Not quite the cleanest contact from Hay in the end.
I was going to say, it looks like he mishit it. If he hadn't have mishit it, it probably would have, well, almost certainly would have been a goal.
Yeah, I thought Gould did really well. He did do well, but certainly if he had to put his boot through it, there'd have been nothing he could have done.
No.
Smith smashes this one forward, and I've got to say they've been very wasteful in this opening half hour, Zebras. Some very good chances to score, and rather unlike them. The side they've taken their chances so far in 2017, but they're well on top. Williams wins it away from Hay. Now Myers, back to Williams. Lovely ball through the middle. Gronewell broke that up and then turns. Dominant, the big centre half. He's going to contest this one against Myers and sees it away from him. He's winning everything. That wasn't Chris Downs' tidiest work.
I was about to say, across the 3 games I've seen Grumol play so far this year, I don't think I've seen him lose a battle in possession, like to win possession back.
Not really a 50-50 where he's concerned, is it?
No, reads it too well.
Certainly looks like one of the better imports in recent times. Zebra's delighted to have him. The man from Chicago is charging forward. They work it in the Sanders direction.
Oh.
He returns it for Warriner, just out ahead of him. Long throw down the line. Won't pick out Myers though. Went straight to the head of Downs. I think the wind took that one a little. O'Connor looking to escort Sanders out. Does it well. City opting to take it short this time. Marnie, pressed by Downs, so on the turn he sends it in the campaign direction. Lovely through ball, and here's a chance charging forward. Lewis and Linger. Jared Linger looking to skin him wide, and he's kept his feet. He eventually hits the deck. Play on's the call.
Just too strong, I think, from Lewis there. I don't think there was much in that in terms of a foul. I just think he just got his body alongside of him, and the little fella didn't have much chance to push him back off the ball once he'd got in the line of the ball there.
Yeah, he tried his utmost to stay on his feet, but in the end, bigger man beats little man, so you have a look.
He's got the arm across. Well, I could see 50-50 call there.
Tell you what, I reckon if he hits the deck 2 steps earlier,
yeah,
he might have been able to get that one. Again, Phillips He's allowed him to play, you have to say, through the first half hour.
Definitely so.
He's going
A couple of half calls up the other end that could have been penalties as well that he's let go. So
they want consistency.
Yep.
So we're getting that, you have to say, in the first 30. Neither team unable to open the scoring. Those Zebras will be scratching their heads as to how they haven't just yet. Walsh drives this one forward, takes a little deflection and lands into the path of Sanders. The Colonel shooting one way and then he's just dealt with by Bartlett. Linger out-muscled by Walsh. Bartlett chips it forward and it eludes Mize. Mercury with a high one. Way off the head of Williams. Here's Sunday. Back to Muller. Now Lewis. And Walsh chipping it forwards. Getting back in defence was Williams. Midfield was tracking back well there for City. Gould sold a little bit short by Bartlett in the return pass. Walsh with the throw in the Sanders direction. Two City players immediately across to deal with him. And it will present another chance for Jaden Hay to channel Rory Delap and just heave one in here. The wind behind him for it. He sends it in dangerously, flicked on by Hugheslade. Down at the back post there and away they go. Downs opts to retreat there to Warrener. Turns back the other way. Poor pass from Warrener. Well, into the channel for Linger. Fancy footwork. Can he get round Walsh? He just did enough there, the Dwayne pipe. So tricky Jared Linger trying to get round him. Stood his ground well, did the Mitsubishi medalist. Strong coming together there between Williams and Hay, and free kick goes City's way.
So let's play on, to be honest. Doesn't seem to be much in that at all.
Yeah. So players going full-blooded for the ball. But good set-piece opportunity this for City, and they've not been able to ask too many questions in attack. They want to conjure up some quality here through Dylan Williams, who it's a pretty good set-piece. Sends this one into the middle. That's off the head of Mize. This one will deflect and Mercury able to get across to it. And up and under. It's straight down the throat of O'Connor. Controlled it nicely. Across to Turner. He chips it forward. Just floated in nicely there. Well done, Mize. Push it across to Linger. Gronwald quickly shutting him down though. Linger turning sharply. Off the head of Downs. Volleyed in the end.
Good little patch here, City. They've been on top for the last sort of 5 minutes in terms of the chances they've created.
Been their best period of the game. Just starting to settle a little bit. Oh, it's off the head of O'Connor.
Corner.
It'll be a corner. And this is an area they have looked rather shaky in at the back. Downs using the wind to his advantage and just putting him right into the box.
I don't think it's going to get it any easier in the second half with the wind either. It's probably going to hold it up a little bit more.
It's an area there threatening as we have a look at the stats there. See Zebras in control of the contest as Downs swings this one in. Hugheslade heads it home and they finally break through. So 1-0 Zebras. Lukey Hugheslade on the end of a corner from Chris Downs. We've seen that before. We'll see it again. And that man, Lukey Hugheslade, gets the Zebras off and running, and you'd have to say it's been coming. The warning signs were there. I think 3 corners or so they looked increasingly shaky from. And this time Hughes-Loop eludes the marking of Marnie. He's got all the time in the world to nod that one home. He missed one earlier. He wasn't going to miss that. 1-0 Zebras. And finally, you don't say they get the goal they deserve. And the other goal of the year came in very similar fashion. In the corner as Lewis is in there ahead of Myers. Down the line. Campbell. Broken off by Groenwald. And the counter-attack might be on here. 3v4 at the back. Jaden Hay can't quite get a hold of this one from McEwen. Several implores Hay to keep running. Marnie. Gould. And Muller just gets in and sees it away. And really, as we said, it was probably City's best patch of the game. It was just a long ball up the middle that led to the corner. I'd be disappointed to give one away, perhaps as softly as they did.
But on the balance of play, probably fair enough. But disappointed still, obviously.
Definitely on the balance of place. Zebras have had 3 or 4 glorious chances before it. Muller sends this one in the crowd into the Mooney City girls over there watching. Of course, they take on the Zebras in the Super League top of the table clash coming up after this one. Stay tuned for that one. Should be a cracking contest there between 2 undefeated teams. That one's launched into the stratosphere.
He makes some good purchase on the ball, Greenwell, doesn't he?
Some serious power he generates. Wasn't a particularly good throw-in. Straight back out of play. We'll see how much the wind's impacting things though. Hughes-Loop nods it forward from the run of Hay. O'Connor was alert to it, got across. Now Marnie. Williams operating tight corridors. He was surrounded by 3 and in the end that's out off him last, and a throw-in will go Zebra's way. 5 minutes before half-time. City just need to hold on here, regroup into his campaign. Back to Williams. Good ball to release Compagne. Call for handball off Warren up, play on, and Groenwald just takes it. Jigs around one, and an errant pass though. A chance now for Williams through the middle, bursting through receive. Zebras lays it off for Compagne. Warren was there, and they deal with it well in the end. The Zebras defence after a rare error from Groenwald. Not made to pay. Warren gets a foot in ahead of Myers, and behind it goes for a corner.
Probably fortunate enough that he was closer to the halfway line when he made that errant pass. It gives his defenders a bit more time to scramble back and make the interception.
Jordan Muller had just dropped nicely into the hole he occupied as he sauntered forward there. He's really going Zebra's backs at the moment. Swirled around a little. It's a dangerous ball headed by Bartlett. He wants a penalty. He's not getting one as this one's heaved up the field. Breeze has just swirled a bit, now firmly at the Zebra's back, so I suppose City can comfort themselves.
3-goal breeze.
Well, they'll be telling themselves that. It has swirled around since kickoff, so whether it will be like that in the second half, we'll have to wait and see. Here's Campbell chipping it forwards. It's gone out of play though. Zebras will get the throw, but it's really picked up here. It's howling through at the moment. Lovely sunny day otherwise. Groenwald. Which is this one, the Hay direction. Gould just about got there and puts it out of play. Quickly taken. Marnie got across to deal with it. Might fall for Muller. Tried to buy some space, but Williams was tight to him. Downs. Now the Colonel. Well, he left it off for Hughes-Loop. It wasn't on the same page as him. Shift forward, chested down by Myers. He looks to run at Groenwald. Good luck, you're not beating him. He wins it and then sends it back the other way from whence it came.
His range of passing is just incredible.
Jaden Hay dispossessed. Trying to keep it in his campaign. Did so. Only Zebras back there. Mercury punches it short to the Dwayne pipe.
Saville not too happy with that there.
Yeah, he wasn't particularly impressed. A few choice words as a foul there by Turner on McEwen. As we tick towards half time here at KG5. 1-0 the Zebras way. Rather blatant one that. Chance again. Chris Downs to send one in. The centre backs get forward. Killing the cavalry. All bunched together in the middle there. And have three centre backs, the two centre backs in Huxley rather, as this one swung in. Smith should collect. And they put the big tall timber in the middle and then split McEwen and Sanders either side. And if they spill, they're lurking. Box Predators, and now City with a chance to hit them back the other way. Jared Linger. Myers' touch was heavy, allowed Lewis to clear. Kilden coming back from an offside position. Here's Muller. Corner.
Oh.
And they're a back pass.
Generous.
And they've gifted him another corner, which is not
yeah, wouldn't want to do that too often against these boys if you can help it. We saw what happened about 5 minutes ago.
Yep, they've already paid the price once. And Downs gets another chance.
The last thing you'd want to do is concede a goal right on the stroke of half time as well.
Yeah, it'd be a real dagger if they conceded it now. Really deflating as Downs again puts it right into the mixer. Flicked wide. We'll get throw in.
Ready for another Jaden Hay long throw here.
Not quite as good as Downs' corner, but it's still enough to cause some panic at the back. On the grounds in the Super League, Ulverston beating University 4-0. And Taruna holding sway 2-0 over Kingborough. Half time in that one. Other NPL action today. Olympia and Clarence is Hay with a heave into the box, and it's well collected by Smith. The other NPL action today, the Big Eastern Shore Derby at the Junjun tonight, 6:30. Wentworth. Plenty of fire in that contest. Two teams that just really don't like each other, which is usually a recipe for entertainment. Here's Campbell. He had two to beat. Nice little back heel from Sunday. From the ground, Campbell did well. They chip it forward. Ronald beaten to it by Myers, centering past to no one in particular. Lewis had a linger on his back shoulder. Just hunting him down. He chases after Walsh, who punches it forward. Campaign coughs it up to Hay. Downs. Up and under from Marnie. Plenty of time to control, and that will be all she wrote for the first half. Just the 1 minute of added time, and Zebras will head into the sheds, a goal to the good. And probably should be more than 1-0 up. In truth, they've had some pretty good chances. City will go in and try and change things up, find a way back into the game. It's 1-0, could be more. They need to restructure a little if they're going to get anything from this game. Luke Huxley heading one home from a Downs corner, which see in the ladder there, Zebras, if they were to take the 3 points today, would give themselves a nice little buffer at the top, of course. The other teams still to play in the first game of the round here, but the story at halftime from KG5 is Hobart Zebras 1, Launceston City 0. So back here for the second half, about to kick off. The Colonel standing over the ball. He's had a bit of an off day so far. A couple of chances I feel he could have done better with, but it's still the Zebras holding sway as Downs lofts that one forward off the head of Gould. Jaden Hay relishing his role on the wing. Across to get that, and again, suspect the long throw on the Hughes Sloot direction is coming. He'll just wait until his centre halves get up there. Tougher throwing up this end of the pitch though, I think. Going for the legs of Hughes Sloot on that occasion, cleared away from him. And we're going to got a new ball, so that one's gone over the fence evidently. Swings it in. Hughes Sloot flicks on. Sanders is there and turned in by McEwen, but the offside flag was raised.
I'd like to see that again. I'm not sure whether he was. It looked like someone just across the right of Smith might have kept him on. Here we go. Have a quick look. Number 15, maybe?
Is there?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Close.
Oh, no. Foul given there and a free kick. But, well, I thought they were two to the good there. And again, a throw in to the head of Hughes Sloot, just causing absolute carnage. Didn't get too much distance on it. A bit tougher throwing into the wind, but the near post flick on, nearly unlocking them. Here's Walsh. Down for Jaden Hay. Hay jinks around Linger. Passes inside to Downs. And looks to return it for Hay, who's quick, but he's not that quick. And getting to that one. So Kiona back to Gould. Out of play. He nods it into the path of Marnie. Clears it to Muller. He chips it nicely there for Hughes Sloot. Controls and then an up and under in the Sanders direction. Who was looking for the flick on. Downs dueling his opposite number. Marnie away. Linger ran to the
probably a free there,
wall.
to be honest.
The groin wall, but got away with it. Sanders lurking dangerously. Flicked it back for Hughes Sloot. Hughes Sloot's chipped him here, and Hughes Sloot's doubled their advantage. Used the breeze to perfection. Lobbed it over the top of Smith, and Zebras have their second goal. And they're off and racing in the second half. Lukey Hughes Sloot with his second. He's been an absolute force today. Sanders won it back for him. And Hughes Sloot spied the chance with the keeper off his line and duly punished him. And 2-0 Zebras. That's going to sting for City. They've been a bit sluggish out of the blocks in the second half. Fortunate the offside flag was raised against McEwen moments earlier, but Hughes Sloot punishes them on this occasion. 2-0. And it's a bit of a mountain to climb now for City. Williams will begin that, and he turns and sends it forward. Lovely ball, but just a bit too much on it for Compain. Here's Muller. Mr. Warrener sends it down the line for McEwen. McEwen tracking this one, thundering across as O'Connor. And the free kick. And it goes City's way in the end. Muller to Hughes Sloot. Hughes Sloot to Sanders. He's got Hay free. Just put it behind him. Jen Hayes sends in the Hughes-Lute direction.
Oh,
Smith
good
palms
save.
it away and
Oh.
rebound over the top from Hughes-Lute. He can't believe he's missed it. Great first save there from Smith to claw it out of the top of the net. The rebound fell to Hughes-Lute, and rather inexplicably, he's volleyed over the top. Denied by some great keeping at first. And well done, O'Connor, perhaps just to put him off, but you'd expect Hughes-Lute to bag the hat-trick. And this second half has just started disastrously here for City. Conceded one. Two other occasions within inches. And the Zebras have come firing out of the blocks. City have struggled to put 90 minutes together this season. Unfortunately, again, a rather slow start this second half. McEwen sandwiched between two. Headed it inside, but Marnie was present. Groenwald read that superbly, wins it and charges forward, gets it to Sanders. Marnie away from him. Receives the pass from Williams. Turner punches it forward, straight to Imran Lewis. And the Dwayne pipe goes back to Mercury. Ambitious pass, but just about pulled it off for Walsh. Downs with a bit of a fresh air swing. Balls to Linger. Now Campbell. Scrapping with Groenwald, who just infringed him in the end. I think he was right up until the point where he kicked him when he was on the ground. And perhaps a chance for Dylan O'Connor. He scored a fantastic free kick in the first week of the season from similar territory, put it top window. And it's the two Dylans standing over the ball here for City. Looks like Williams might. He's going to leave it to O'Connor. O'Connor curls it over the top. Never looked particularly likely. Groenwald sends this one. You can see the wind holding that one up. Muller turned it over, but then was giving it straight back. Sloppy little procession. Sanders tries to get round Gould. Now it's Bartlett for company. Hey.
Oh, play advantage. He wants to beat 10 players before he scores today, I think, Jaden.
He nearly did it on that run earlier in the half.
It's bringing back memories of when he was playing midfield for Knights when he won the, was it the Mitsubishi medal that year? It was, wasn't it?
He certainly won the best of Ferris. I'm not sure who the sponsor was that year, but I think it probably was. He certainly relishing the attacking role today as this one swung in dangerously. Groenwald over the top. They're just a threat from anywhere in their own half from set pieces. Downs whipping in it. Dangerous ball. Groenwald winning it. Getting a bit too much contact on it in the end.
Consistently puts that ball right in the area where the keeper's just not sure whether he should come or stay.
Yep, there's none better in the state at the moment than Chrissy Downs over the dead ball. And Zebras presented him with a couple of nice targets to pick out as Gould leads back Hay in the race. Hay to Sanders. The Colonel turning onto the left and sending it into the box. Ooh, dangerous touch there from Bartlett. Groenwald might send this one back. Instead goes to Lewis under a little bit of pressure here. Myers and Campbell there, and in the end Lewis just goes back to his goalie. Groenwald to Mercury, who puts this one high in the air, comes down with snow on it. Over the top from Williams. It's a teasing ball, but carries a bit too much, and Mercury picks up, and again the Zebras reload. They're just looking in firm control of this match at the moment, the Zebras. Two to the good.
Probably not the the right half to be playing the cross-field ball out of defence. Not this half anyway.
And they've turned it over as a result here.
Well
Work from
defended.
Campbell, but well recovered by the Dwayne Pipe. 1 it away from him. He sends it forward, chested down by Sanders. Middle for Downs. Now Warrener. McEwen just got a bit too far ahead of himself there. Tried the fancy back heel, didn't come off at all. They look nice when you pull them off, but when you do that,
There's a lot of room for error in that, and when you don't pull it off, how silly do you look?
well, that's silly. As Mercury prepares to take the goal kick. Rather, Grunwald will.
I think it might just about be a better tactic this half just to play it out short from the back, build your attack from inside your own 18 or just outside, but still persisting with the long goal kicks that are holding up in the wind.
Here is Sanders to Hughes-Lute, back to Muller. Heavy touch took him backwards. They go all the way back to the keeper again.
Every time Lewis gets the ball, he seems almost too relaxed.
Well, he's related to Seviv. He's a very cool
Coolest man
customer.
alive.
Very cool customer. And Williams goes down under pressure from Muller. Muller to Hughes-Lute. Back to McEwen. The triangle working nicely. Now scything inside as Sunday McEwen lays it in there for Hayes. Set it back for Sanders, who's tried the chip.
No, that's still in. Oh,
The wind took hold of it, kept it in, and Downs flicked it in the hands of Smith. Just sitting up in the breeze. Wouldn't want to be a goalkeeper out there today.
no.
Gould to Bartlett, back to Marnie. Lewis wins it away. Hay comes in, outlast off him. So he needs something here and soon.
Nope.
And all of a sudden, Williams is in behind Gronwald, and Williams puts it wide of the post. It was a rare error at the back from Nick Gronwald. Williams got him behind him, and that was the opportunity. Just wide, but City had to score that. A massive chance goes begging, and that was the lifeline they were looking for. Williams pouncing. Turned nicely, stormed into the box. Made pretty good contact, but just wide of the post. And you wonder how many more opportunities like that they're going to get. Linger chips it over the top. Gronwald. Down the line from McEwen, who was rather blatantly pushed in the back there by Turner, and all of a sudden just chesting up to each other there, Turner and McEwen. And Craig Phillips is going to have a word with the City defender here, just to want him to calm down. Enough of that, he says. Gronwald to launch the long free kick. Over the head of Hughes-Lute, got back, got a header on it. Sanders, 3-0.
It's only a matter of time.
Hughes-Lute flicks on, Sanders bounces once again. It's just rinse and repeat, the recipe for success. And the Colonel hammers it home to make it 3-0 and probably put the game beyond reach. Smith unable to keep it out. And once again, A long-range free kick in the direction of Lukey Huxley. And the big battering ram just set it up for the Colonel. And he doesn't miss too many. He's given him a couple of warnings, a couple of let-offs, not on this occasion. 3-0 to the Stripey Horses. They're galloping off into the distance here. And you'd have to think that's game over. A dominant display from Luke Huxley today. Absolutely outstanding. And it could get worse yet as Sanders charges in behind here. Oh, beautiful work from Sanders. What's the end product like? It's back for Downs. Good kick save from Smith. Repelled. And Linger leads out. Very well there at the City goalie. Fresh air swing there from Williams, and Huxley tracks it back. Romewell punches it wide to Jaden Hay. He has a look up and then decides to try and get round Campaign, who puts it out of play for a throw in. And the ladder leading Zebras are going to stay that way. All too easy. Anytime you foul them, they're just a threat. You're going to have to figure out a way to clamp down on them from set pieces. Bar signing a couple of 2-metre tall defenders. I'm not sure what you do about it as the long throw comes in off the head of Sanders and tipped over the bar by Smith. As once again, the set pieces almost bring him undone. Not entirely sure that was Sanders' intent, but
didn't look like he knew too much about it, did he?
No, nearly worked out for him. Now the aerial bombardment will continue.
The wind seems to have died down a fair bit right now.
Still a little bit there. As Downs swings it in, away by Williams. Granwell was lurking. And now Jared Linger looking to surge, but he's shown too much of that to the Dwayne Piper, who's got plenty of toe, and he's going to win that one back. Silly Mercury with a rather ugly up and under.
Oh.
And Linger somehow trapped it with his rear end while sitting on the ground. As he got up, he lost it to Walsh, though. Now Huxley. Oh, that was crude from Marnie.
Got to be a card.
It's got to be a slice of cheese, I'd have thought. He reaches in to his pocket and dishes out some dairy, and that was a well-earned one.
A flying doormat.
Yeah, a bit of it. He certainly flew in for that challenge, did Marnie. He's a no-nonsense customer. Gronwald was considering playing the short free kick for a moment. Peter Saville just screamed out, get it in there. He knows they've got them in all sorts with his aerial bombardment, so let it continue, he says. And again, Huxley the target, and again, Huxley the flick on. This time, Smith able to collect. He's just winning everything in the air. Hay out wide. Hasn't got much in support, so goes back for Downs. It's just going to sit up in the breeze onto the head of Sanders. Huxley miscued his pass. It still might work out, though. McEwen for Sanders, jigs inside. And the City defence scramble it away, although it's broken up by Muller. Warren up. Fancy flick there from O'Connor. And hitting the deck is Linger, and a free kick will relieve the pressure. Gronewall steers it away and
it's going to hold up.
Thumps it along, and they're just mastering the breeze here at the moment, Zebras. Tracked down by Sanders, smoothly turns onto the left, waits for a little support. He knows he's got Hay coming down the right and sets it out for him. He crosses in, McEwen the target. Reaching there was Marnie to put it behind. Won't be much of a reprieve though.
Another corner.
Sanders going to take this one. Yeah, Nanny Sanders, the Colonel, to deliver as we have another look at that slice of cheese that Marnie got. No arguments with that. So Sanders, the man this time to swing it in before bunching up. Kills it in near post for Huxley. Stuck between his legs, and behind it goes for a goal kick. Smoothly worked there from the Colonel. Just looks like he has so much time when he collects the ball.
This is one of those guys that you kind of commands a bit of respect, and you don't want to jump on the ball when he's got it at his feet, because most of the time he'll just take it back past you. It's clever with how he moves it from side to side.
And if he does get a yard on you, very often punishes him. Campbell and Bartlett combining. Passing the ball between themselves, now working it across here to Turner. Who set Myers a task and one he couldn't meet. So rolls beyond the byline for a goal kick. It's all going Zebra's way here. Midway through the second half. The game comfortably in their pocket. It's hard to see City firing back and getting anything out of this one now. One just sits up in the breeze. Doesn't stop Hughesley from winning it though. Sanders turns. Sets it out into the open field. A foot race there between Gould and Hay. Hay tries to drive around him. He surges towards the byline and Gould gets a foot in, puts it behind, and another corner. How many is that they've got now? We go
9.
9.
About to break into double figures, I think.
This is not a team you want to give that many
No,
opportunities to.
not when you've got Hughesley up there just flicking on, heading him into the goals.
I'm going to say they do it well, Zebras. They so often the likes of Hay and McEwen just run wide, trying to win those corners. Play this one short, down sets it up. Groenwald, Hughesley, 4-0. All too easy. Again, the tall timber, the aerial bombardment, and they are just picking them off here. As Lukey Hughesley makes it a hat-trick. There have been no stopping him. He'd only scored 1 goal leading into this game. He's got 4 now, set up nicely by Downs. Groenwald, and that is just criminal, that marking on Hughesley.
Just about the biggest bloke inside the 18-yard box, and he's already scored 2, and you still don't want to stand next to him.
He can't believe his luck. He nods it home. 4-0 now, Zebras. And they're getting a reward for their efforts. As it's like Alex Rossetto is going to come on for Jared Linger. Hasn't been young Linger's day. So Hughesley, they headed hat-trick. And what a fine individual performance he's been. Involved in everything. They just keep putting it on his noggin, and he keeps delivering the goods. And Zebras, well, they'll be top spot at the end of this round. Question be answered today whether Olympia join them and set up a massive showdown next week. He was dispossessed by Marnie. Sends it across to Gould. Just had no answers at the back. They haven't really got the tall timber in the team. It looked like a side that would be well suited to defending Zebras, and so it has proven. I wonder if maybe Rossetto would have been one they could have started. A bit of size about him. Anyway, he's come on now as Muller, all on his own in the middle, sends it forward to Sanders, turns it back to him, won by Williams.
Oh, he's had a good game.
Yeah, I think he sensed a chance. He finally got put in the attacking role he wanted, and he was determined to make it count. Will it be enough to keep him there? We'll wait and see, but yeah, I have liked his game. Walsh more than capable of playing it right back. He's played quite a bit of his football there.
Good to have the option to switch those 2 guys if having a game where, say, Walsh doesn't have a particularly good game up on the right wing, then swap him over with Hay and see if he can burst the game open there.
Yeah, it's a real luxury, and Jordan Hay is not done yet.
Oh,
He buys himself some space and then puts it in. Oh, it had just gone over the line. Might have just saved City another one. It must have just crept out.
have to have been close there. It didn't look like to the naked eye that it had trickled over, but we are a long way away.
And he's just dropping the shoulder.
Oh.
I'm still not convinced that did go out, mind you. That flag was up. Reprieve for City at the back with 20 to play. They do seem to be limping a little towards the finish here. Downs works it forward. Here's Williams. Walsh and Huxley combine. And work it back to the keeper. Now Imran Lewis. 40 he goes. Campbell. It's away from him. Away it goes.
Good luck.
Just an up and under. Fell in the end for Campbell. Trying to jink around Walsh, and a foul is blown.
I think Walsh pulled on his arm just a little bit outside the 18-yard box there, and he's just called that back. No advantage.
Little shirt grab there.
Good chance though. I know we talked about the 3-goal breeze in this half, but it's turned out that way for Zebras, and I don't think that was the expected way it was going.
Yeah, shouldn't have said that, Wig. You were looking like a genius, mate, with that 3-goal breeze. A chance to swing in a free kick, and he smashes it over the top.
Right. Wasteful, haven't they?
Just hasn't been there today for City. So the numbers tell the story, and some of those shots off for Zebras were very good chances they put wide.
Absolutely. In the first half, they probably wasted 3 or 4 that normally they would have put in the back of the net.
The second half they had. Huxley still working hard, tracking that down. Rosetto heaving it forward. Good ball in the end. A little bit of chaos there as Grunwald sees it away. McEwen tries to track this one. And back by Rosetto. Connor. Substitute heavily involved. Get it back here again. Good ball too. Cut out by Lewis away from Compain. It's on the way, falls and struck over the top from O'Connor. He blazes over the top of the bar. Chance goes begging there. Rosetto. Really might have been one they should have started based on his brief little cameo here. A long throw, causing a few problems. And he's got the size about him that have been rather useful in defending those Zebra set pieces. Huxley wins the ball again, only as far as O'Connor. Huxley trip from behind, and that'll be a slice for O'Connor. That's one way to stop Huxley. Tripped him up from behind. Very easy decision there for Phillips. So once again, Big Grunwald will knock this one in, undoubtedly in the Huxley direction. This This one floats a little bit too far past him. Jordan Muller had rather blatantly handled that one. Might as well have grabbed it and taken it off with him as they take it short to O'Connor.
Oh, it's dangerous, isn't it?
Just turned it over straight to Hughesloop. Muller, his pass eluded Downs and will fall for Compain. Dylan Williams, likely at times. McEwen comes in absolutely clattered Turner. And gives away the foul. Williams centrally for Bartlett. Compain, this is nicely worked. Rosetto. Grown well for company, the two big number 5s, and his cross just lacking the quality in the end. Behind it goes for a goal kick. 15 minutes to play. This one really just going through the motions now. Game well and truly settled. Of course, coming up next, another big Zebras and City clash, the Women's Super League. The two top teams meeting in that one. Both sides undefeated. Someone's perfect record will change.
Unless they draw.
Well, then their perfect record's gone as far as I'm concerned, Wick. They both lose it.
So they've all won all their games, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, they're both 3 from 3.
Yeah.
Mind you, 3 wins and a draw. Not a bad start for either of them. Both teams had huge victories last week. It should be a very tightly fought clash. I anticipate it being a little bit closer than this one, where the Zebras have been utterly dominant. As this one swung in over the heads and away by Walsh. And Dwayne Pipe works it in the Hay direction. Trucking it across was Bartlett. Myers had continued his run. And Sir Vivian Imran Lewis is across to deal with it, and behind it goes for a corner. Just their second of the day. We saw Downs from this corner in particular fizzing in some wicked crosses. Unfortunately for City, the wind has died down a little bit. Can they produce some quality? Compain, the man to take. A lot of bodies in the box. And he doesn't give any of them a chance. He puts it over the top of the net, but there were 2 City players back. And then every other player was in the box there. Zebras with all hands on deck. Back in defence, and everyone waiting on halfway. Looking to protect the clean sheet, and that would be a month without conceding a goal if they can hold out here for the next 13 minutes.
City haven't really given themselves a chance, I think, at times. With some of their delivery, they've been going straight for the goal or just wasting their corners or frees instead of putting it in the mixer where it's a chance that anything can happen. I just don't really understand why they haven't had a crack at doing that.
Yeah, I agree with that, absolutely, especially on a day like this where it is a bit of a windy one and tough for goalkeepers to track those aerial balls. And we saw the problems Downs was causing with his delivery. You've got to at least ask the question.
Exactly. Just put it in there where all the bodies are, and could end up in the back of the net or could end up with nothing, but it's better than just kicking it out for another goal kick.
The impact has not quite been there for City today. Can they find a late consolation marker? Here's O'Connor. Oh, sorry, Campbell. Worked away though. Gould and Sanders track him. Gould nods it into his own path, set himself a task and couldn't meet it. Just ran out of real estate on the far side, and Sanders quick to take the throw in. The Zebras after that opening day 2-2 draw. Not looked like conceding really, as McEwen goes back to track this one. Now he gets his head up and has a run. Jinks one way, then rather fools himself. Downs back to Sunday. Drives in, teasing cross away, falls for Hay, and he's placed it over the top. He made poor contact there, Jaden Hay.
Should have done better.
And again, a case of the Zebras being a little bit wasteful. They've been absolutely clinical with their heads, but a few of those strikes on goal. It's been a bit awry. Not Jaden Hayes' cleanest contact. He's had a fantastic game, though, out on the right, Hay, and a big part of this victory. This one over the head of Fuchsley. Chipping it forward, Groenwald leading back in the race. And just faked him out nicely there, Groenwald, with the old fake clearance, and behind it goes for a goal kick. Another NPL action today, of course, slightly later on, over at the Junjun. A big Eastern Shore derby. Parents hosting Olympia. Warriors will be looking to keep up the pressure on Zebras in the title race. Taking 3 points, but won't have it easy against a Clarence side. They've been pretty good the last couple of weeks, made themselves pretty tough to break down. And you expect a fired up Junjun crowd for that one. Of course, the Anzac Day clash on the horizon between Zebras and Olympia. Looking like it could be a massive one. Lays it back for Williams. Flick through. Well defended in the end by Walsh. Sees it away from Myers. This one's swung to the back post. Keeper palms it away. It's going to stay in. The Colonel can collect. Just chip this one down the line. Pulls out the pitching wedge. And Grunwald just getting a little handsy there for the referee's liking. Rossetto, the two big fives dueling, and another set piece opportunity late. Zebras will be keen to preserve the clean sheet. Again, they've got everybody back in defence. Chip ball and deflects, still bouncing around, and finally it's just put behind.
Exactly what I was talking about, like getting it right in that danger zone, and looked like their best chance of the game, really.
Yeah, spot on we go. That's the area you want to put it. There's a few headaches at the back, and they win a corner. And again, it will be Campbell to deliver. We mirror the quality from that last ball. Swings it in, dangerous ball away by Muller. Campaign leads back. Just chip it right back in, but that'll be gobbled up by the keeper. He just takes as long as he can to win a few more seconds off the clock. Away it goes. Really just going through the motions right now. And a substitution being made here.
Won't be for the Zebras.
Sav might give a minute to someone at the end if he's feeling particularly generous. It's Thomas Frost who's come on there. Here's McEwen. Works it down for Warrener. Sliding in and puts it behind. So, the man replaced was Noah Myers. will take the throw. There's a scoreboard. Very pretty reading for Zebras. This one over the head of Huxley. Muller nods it back in. Huxley senses a chance, charges at the ball. It's a toe to it. Muller has it in front of himself, and in the end, we'll get a free kick, and this is very much in Chris Downs' territory. A little chance to put a bit of icing on the cake, perhaps, from Chrissy Downs.
See how he can use this wind to his advantage here.
Plenty of bodies going forward, but from Downs, eyeing the glory here.
I don't reckon he'll shoot. I reckon he'll put it at the edge of the 6.
Be selfish, son. Have a dip. He does. Palmed away. Smith deals with it.
Begging for someone to flick that into the top of the net there at the edge of the 6, though.
Right, coming right back at them here as Walsh punches it forward. Groenwald favoured. McEwen couldn't quite track it. Just couldn't bring it under his spell, and City will see the ball away through O'Connor. Straight to Warrener. And now Groenwald. Commanding as ever today.
Oh.
Just got a bit too fancy for himself there, though. McEwen working back on Turner. And Groenwald going down. A late challenge
Just
there.
say that again, I missed it.
Yeah, I was rather obstructed there as we have a look.
Yep, that's fine tackle.
That's
what
fine.
happened here?
Groenwald.
Oh,
Ooh, a little stamp on the boot there. Well, we're lucky to avoid a slice, I'd have thought there.
wasn't too close to the ball, was he?
Yeah, turn up. Very, very late indeed. Groenwald feeling it. And Bartlett with a few words to say. Saville just tells Luke Warren to get out of it. You just no need to pick up an unnecessary booking here with 3 minutes to go and a 4-0 win firmly in your pocket.
It's coincidentally what I tipped.
Done very nicely today, Ewig.
Just be hoping for no late goals here.
I suppose you got the lottery numbers for tonight. This one's belted into the box. Smith comes and collects. Sets it out in front of Rossetto.
That's got to be a
Walsh,
slice.
and then he's just pulled the shirt back.
Has to be a slice. It's about as cynical as you can get.
I think he might have just escaped here, has he? He's got away with it. Somewhat fortunate, you'd have to say.
Phillips is winding down as well, I reckon, towards the end of the game. Doesn't have to fill out another piece of... get the pen out in a little notepad.
Add another 30 seconds. Here's Huxley. Oh, wins another header. Trying to volley it. Lewis heads it home. McEwen. Not terribly impressed. And they look for a 5th. I'd love someone to do stats one day just on Luke Huxley, aerial duels. He's an absolute beast.
Doesn't lose many. And he wins a lot that he's got no right to win.
McEwen can chest it down. The offside flag's been raised, so this is all for naught.
Didn't look very offside to me there, but anyway.
A reprieve at the back. It's just the 90 seconds plus a couple of minutes of stoppage time to go. So the Zebras top of the table once more, as they have been since the victory over South Hobart. He's Turner. Showed too much of it to Groenwald, who smashes it out. Building it very nicely.
Where was he offside there?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one as play continues down the right. Turner. And bounces off the foot. And for a Zebras throw in. And off Campbell is Warren up, who continues to do very nicely in that left back position as McEwen does beautifully himself there, and he's got Jane Hay in the middle and went for the return pass. to the Colonel. Well, surely out, indeed. It was, and maybe Hay might have been better off just smashing the laces through that one.
Should have done it. It opened up nicely for him. You don't get too many chances during a game where everything's just opened up perfectly in front of you.
Doing the team thing, Jaden Hay. Should have gone for glory as Walsh just thumbs that one away for a corner. That'll go just about into the creek, I reckon.
Really should have put the laces through. Oh.
It's a chance now for City. Sliding in was Muller. Zetto. Curls it up to the back post. Bartlett was there. Heads back across the face. And behind it goes for a goal kick. Your better players today we go?
For me, my top three would be Hughie, Hay and Grunwald.
Yeah, I'd find that very hard to argue with. I think Downs' set-piece delivery is also warrants a mention. He's just been putting them on a dime all day. But Hugh Sloot the best on quite comfortably for mine. Got the hat-trick.
Absolutely.
Just winning
and
everything.
Set up a lot of players as well, just winning balls that he shouldn't be winning.
So McEwen's offside here, so this is going to be all for naught.
Oh, penalty.
It would have been a penalty. But again, the flag was raised. It was raised very early. I was unaware of that one. As McEwen just jinked around Marnie nicely, and Gould had brought him down as picked off by Downs. Works it to Sanders. McEwen sensing a chance. Will Sanders go himself? Oh, off the woodwork. He belted it.
Have some power behind it.
And from a rather short backlift too, he just generated the power. Pounced upon by Downs. And Sanders, when he got it
Just
here,
a tiny bit of space he makes and then bang.
thought about the pass and then, nah, I'm going myself. That's a tremendous hit. Oh, so close to being 5, and would have been a fitting finale to end this game had he smashed it home. Got his goal, and another day he might have had 3, Matty Sanders. So, he grabbed his 8th of the season. Well and truly clear in the Golden Boot race. Downs heads this one away. Drawing it to a close here at KG5 on another successful outing for the Zebras. City. Their search for a win continues. It's always going to be tough to pull it off against this Zebras side. And they've been outclassed today. They couldn't deal with the aerial bombardment that the Zebras peppered them with. Lukey Hughesloot absolutely dominant up top. He's grabbed a hat-trick. Stay with us. We've got more top action coming your way. A top of the table showdown in the Women's Super League between these two same teams, Hobart Zebras and Launceston City. We'll be back with that shortly.